I wanted to give you some feedback on your paper. Overall, you have a really good paper, and you really went above and beyond on the word count, and you didn't do just the bare minimum. I noticed that, and I appreciate that. The first thing that I noticed is that your thesis is quoted here. You have that as you've done it correctly, but a thesis needs to be your words, your thoughts, not from somebody else. So on this next paper, make sure that your thesis is not the idea of somebody else. I want to know what you think, not what Head Start paragraph 17 said. I want to know what you say. So you don't ever want to cite your thesis in any paper that you do. Overall, you've done well with your thesis. You don't have a big grammatical issue. You have a very good writing style. Let's come down here. Some of your sentences are a little bit wordy, so let me give you a sentence. The outcome of the report found there was no benefit. And continued on down here, you could just say the report found. It was found that there was no benefit. And so just be careful with long and wordy sentences. That's minor. I'm scrolling down here. You do not need the PhD. It would just be last name, no comma, 2. Right here, I would probably, the tone of that kind of changes a little bit to be a little bit abrasive and a little bit too sarcastic. I get what you're saying, but it is a little bit too sarcastic there. You're using your sources throughout your paper, which is good. You're varying up how you use them, which is good. Your conclusion is of decent length. So the main thing here is that you see the font color changes. You want to make sure that it's the same font. You have the date you accessed it. It's in alphabetical order. Right here, there's some extra spacing. Right here, I'm not sure what that's about, and I'm not sure this, and then it says final report. That seems a little bit off to me. I'm not sure if this is a website, if this is a pamphlet. I'm not quite sure what this one is right here. And then right here, the testimony. I'm again a little bit unclear. You're really close. You're not that far off. Just make sure that you're really comparing it, especially if you're using sometimes those generators. They do it a little bit incorrectly, and I could see. I'm not sure if that came from a generator or if the last one came from a generator, the final report with the spacing, and the different font. Just make sure that you're checking that against itself. So once again, they're not a big grammatical issue. Just watch out for wordy sentences. Make sure that you're doing the citations, all of this down here correctly. And overall, you have a good paper. Just the biggest thing is make sure your thesis is your own words for the next paper. Look over the rubric after watching this and let me know if you have any questions, and we will see you soon.